bevo.com.
Daniel, there's so much negative news at the moment around sort of the recession, and maybe it's not even a normal recession, it's more likely to be a depression, and even it's the end of capitalism and Armageddon's going to follow. So how important is it for leaders under the crisis that we're in at the moment to remain calm and focused and positive?
Well, when I was talking with Richard Davidson, who's one of the world's most eminent brain scientists who studies emotions in the brain, it's very clear that there's an interaction between our emotional centers, the centers for distress and alarm, which in a downturn, of course, are being triggered all the time because there's so much fear in the air. There's a relationship between that and the prefrontal cortex, the brain's executive center, the part of the brain that helps us think clearly, take in information fully, respond adaptively. The more alarm the brain is experiencing, the more distressing emotions, the more crippled the executive center becomes. So that means that in a climate where there's fear in the air, when there's fear in the company, it's very important for leaders to be able to be calm themselves, to manage their own anxiety, and then to communicate that and express that to the people that they depend on for the success of the operation. In other words, leaders get results through people. And one of the leaders' tasks at a primal level is to help their people be in the best emotional state and brain state so they can work at their best. So that means two things: manage fear, and the second is inspire hope and keep people focused on where we're going. Not how bad it is now, but how it can be once we get through this and go onward. And the reason is that that activates a part of the brain, the left prefrontal cortex, which is the center for positive emotion and also for continuing to work toward goals no matter what the obstacles are today. So there may be a lot of things that aren't working out right now for an individual, for a company, but if we can keep our minds on that goal, what that does is activate a center that gives us a visceral sense of how good it's going to feel when we get there. And that feeling is the primal motivating and driving force that keeps people going forward no matter how tough it may be right now.
bevo.com.